As we all know, the most time-consuming part of the tamale process is the spreading of the masa. And as you can see, it's usually done with the back of a spoon. It takes many strokes, and it really never comes out even. The spreading of the masa is hard work, and mastering takes many years. Because of that, I invented a tamale spreader. And what the masa spreader has, it has a flat bottom. It has 2 tracks on the side, and it has angles on the side. The front side and the back side are the same, and it's easy to use. It takes just 1 stroke to get that perfect spread of masa. So with the front end of the spreader, you'll pick up masa, enough for 2 or 3 tamales. What you'll do is you'll place it where you're going to start. You're going to press down to the angle, and you're going to slide it back. 1 stroke for that perfect spread of masa. Again, you pick up masa. You place it where you want to start, you press down to the angle, and you slide it back. 1 stroke. Again. We are spreading on the silky side of the corn husk. 1 stroke, that's all it takes. Pick up masa, place it here, slide it back. Now to make that spread a little bit thinner, what you do is you leave it at a slight angle, and then you slide back, and it gives you a very thin spread of masa. If you want that a little bit thicker, what you do is you pick up more masa. We'll place it where you're going to start, press down, less than you normally do with the spreading, and it makes a very thick spread of masa. It's your choice. Depending on the tamales that you're making, is a spread that you will do. Pick up masa, enough for 2 or 3 tamales. You'll always have some remaining in the bottom, but that's fine. With the front end, you pick up your remains, and then you start again. If you have corn husks that are kind of small, what you can do is you can make 2 or 3 pieces and put that together. Here's one. We'll cut it into size. Pick up masa, place it where you're going to start, press down and slide it back. 1 stroke. Again, I'm going to show you how to do that thin one. We'll place it here. We'll press slight angle up, and it does a perfect spread thin. I'm going to move these out of the way. With the front end, you're able to pick up your masa. What actually happens is the tracks contain it, and the masa under there will roll. So the pressure that I'm putting on my hand is not too much. Just a slide motion back. What you can do is you can place 2 or 3 corn husks, and then pick up your masa, place it where you're going to start, press down to the angle and slide it back, and then you just put it off the top, making it easier for you to spread those tamales. Then you're done. You pick up your masa. Again, you pick up masa, place it where you're going to start. Slide back. The tracks will give you that thickness of masa that you need, and also it will contain your masa on your masa spreader. If the corn husks are a little pointed, what you do is you kind of open them up like this, and then you'll place your spreader, and you slide back. Because all corn husks, they're not the same size like this one. You cut it into size. It's a little round up at the top, so in order for it to flatten down, you need to kind of hold on to it there at the top. But every time you'll have that perfect spread of masa. Again, we're going to make a thick one. We pick up more masa, we place it where we're going to start, press to the angle, and slide it back. There we have a thick spread of masa. Again, we'll pick up masa, we'll place it where we're going to start, press to the angle, and slide it back. You're going to end up flat back here. You can stack 1, 2, or 3 up there, and from there, it's a lot easier. You can stack 3 or 4 corn husks, and that way you don't have to clean your working area. These are a little wrinkled. You just press a little bit more, then you have it full. Again, pick up masa, place it there, slide it back. Doing a thicker spread, pick up more masa, press less at the beginning, and slide back. This one's kind of thin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place it and maybe make 2 pieces out of it and patch it up here. Pick up masa, place it here, slide it back. And I'm going to move these out of the way. Again, pick up masa, enough for 2 or 3 tamales. Place it where you're going to start, and you slide it back. Here's a small one, so I'm going to go ahead and make a larger one here. Place it here, press down, slide it back. Clean up that working area. Pick up masa, place it here, press down, slide it back. 1 stroke for that complete spread of masa. Make sure that you are spreading on the silky side of the corn husk. The corn husk has two sides, a rough side and a smooth side. And if you spread on that rough side, your tamale will not come off that corn husk. You'll have to scrape that off. For a large spread, we pick up more masa, place it here, press down, slide it back. Here we have a thicker spread of masa. For a thinner spread of masa, what you do is you pick up the masa, press here. So you have a slight angle there, and what it does, it gives you a perfect spread, and it's very thin. So your thickness of spreading is your choice. We have people wanting thick ones and thin ones, and basically it is your choice. Again, pick up masa, place it where you're going to start, press down to the angle. What the tracks are going to do, they're going to contain the masa, and the masa under there is going to roll, so you end up flat back here. If your corn husk is kind of round, like this one, what you do is you hold on to it here so it'll flatten out, and then you pick up the masa, place it where you're going to start, press down to the angle, and you slide it back. Even though it's round, it's even. Again, I'm going to move some out of the way. I'll wring the corn husk and start again. If the corn husk is round like this one again, we're going to hold on to it from here and then slide back, and even though it's round, it gives you a perfect spread of masa. You can also set again 2 or 3 corn husks here, and then you're going to peel them off the top, and you can make a little train of corn shucks. Just make sure that you open them up there. Again, pick up the masa, place it where you're going to start, press to the angle, slide it back. One stroke for that perfect spread of masa. Again, a thick one, pick up more masa, place it where you're going to start, press down, slide it back. This will surely sponge up, and it should give you a very thick spread of masa, maybe a little more than 1/8 of an inch. Remember that once you put that baking powder into the masa, it should fluff up. Again, we'll pick up masa, place it where you're going to start, press down, slide it back. As you can see, we're almost done with all the masa, and it just took us a few minutes to spread that masa. The back of the spoon is fine, but it takes too many years to master that art, and with this, anybody can do it. Perfect spread every time. Again, I'm going to show you how to do the thin spread. Pick up masa, place it here, slide it back, slide it at a very slight angle, and here we have a very thin spread of masa. For a thicker spread, we pick up more masa, and we put less pressure on the front of the angle, and then we just slide it back, and it gives you a thicker spread of masa. The choice is yours. We're almost down to the bottom. We probably have 2 more corn husks here, and then we're almost done. I'm done spreading that masa, and as you can see, we spread many corn husks. As you can see, we spread 5 dozens in just a few minutes, and it's a perfect spread of masa every time. Just one stroke. Now you can make tamales fast and easy using the Tamales Masa spread.